Hello, everybody. Welcome to Diego Knows. I am Diego, and tonight we're going to talk about Sex and the City. That's right, Sex and the City, that wonderful show from the late 90s, early 2000s. I'm Diego. I've watched every fucking episode of Sex and the City. I watched both movies, and I watched that piece of shit show, and just like crap, do not watch it. The show sucks, but I already reviewed it. The episode's already on here, okay? Now, what I do on this channel here is I give you a straight man's point of view. That's the point of view you never got, okay? When you were watching these shows back in the day like I was. I've been watching them since back in the day. Okay, I'm older now, okay? And wiser, I think, all right? But yeah, I was a big fan of the show. But I'm gonna give you that straight man's point of view. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what your boyfriend didn't tell you, what your husband didn't tell you, what your dad didn't tell you. Okay, most of you women out there, you know who you are. You were watching this with your girlfriends. Yes, you were. Okay, or your gay friends. Yes, you were. Okay, maybe you made your boyfriend sit through a few episodes with you. You know, so you didn't miss one or something. Okay, but for the most part, this was the shit you watched with your girlfriends. All right. And your gay friends, okay? And of course, they're not gonna tell you what I'm gonna fucking tell you, okay? I'm gonna tell you what the straight guy is gonna tell you, okay? I'm a straight man, and I'm gonna give you my point of view, okay? That's what I do here, okay? I get rid of the fucking bullshit. I do not know you. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I do not know you, okay? I don't, but I'm gonna tell you the honest to God truth from a straight man's point of view. I do not lie here. I tell you the truth, okay? The real question is, can you handle it? Okay, can you handle the truth? Okay, I'm gonna give you a straight man's point of view. That's the point of view you never got when you watched this show back in the day. You never got my point of view. You never got a straight man's point of view. You know why? Because straight men weren't watching the show. I was like the only one that was watching every fucking episode. I was the only one that I know of that was watching every fucking episode. All the hot girls that were watching the show, so I decided to watch the show and I got hooked, okay? The only problem I had is I did not like the way they presented the straight guys on the show. They did not act like straight men. Okay, I don't know what the fuck they were, but they were. I know they were male actors, but they were not playing men. I don't know what the fuck those things were. But that they were supposedly men. But that's what happens when you have a show that's written by gay guys, lesbians, and feminists. They don't know what the fuck a straight guy is. They don't know how to write a straight guy because they've never been one, and they sure as fuck didn't ask any straight guys to contribute to the creation of the show. This show had nothing to do with straight men, even though all these women on the show are dating straight men. Okay, we got no input. I get it. The show was not made for me. Okay, it wasn't made for me. I get it. Okay, but I'm gonna call out the bullshit because a lot of you girls out there watch this show. I'm not worried about you adult women that were watching the show. I think you know the truth. I was worried about the teenage girls that were watching this show. Okay, and they finished watching these episodes, and all of a sudden they think they got a fucking PhD on men because they watched Sex and the City. No, if anything, you're dumber about men now after watching this show, okay, than you were before, okay? So I'm here to set the record straight. Straight up, baby, with no lube. The real question is, like I said, can you handle it? Can you handle it? I don't think you can. I don't think you can. But I'm going to tell you a straight up point of view, all right? Straight man's point of view. Can you handle it? We'll find out. Okay. Excuse me. This is part 3 of my review for this episode. This is season 6, episode 14. The name of this episode is called The Ick Factor. The Ick Factor. I've already reviewed the first 45 minutes of this episode. Now I'm going to finish it up right now. Okay. So if you need to get caught up, watch the other 2 episodes first of my review of this episode, and then watch this one. Okay. A lot of stuff happening in this episode. Okay. So I'm going to try to get through it as fast as I can. All right. So here we go. Okay, so where we left off is Charlotte and her husband Harry. He got threatened because Alexander Petrovsky is being overly, to the point of fucking, it's a joke. Like, Harry doesn't even take him seriously. He's being super romantic. He's reading poetry. He's writing musical songs for her and playing it on this piano. He's doing all this crazy shit. It's turning her off. She doesn't like it. She doesn't believe in romance. Okay, but she did tell her girlfriends about what he did, and Charlotte thought it was awesome what he's doing. Very Victorian, very Russian, and so Harry got threatened by this. So he decided, you know what, honey, I'm going to take you out on the town. The most romantic night of your life. I'm going to give it to you. So he takes her to this French restaurant. He pretends he can speak French, tries to order French off the menu, blah, blah, blah. He looks like he's making a fool of himself, but apparently Charlotte's getting turned on. I don't know why he feels he has to validate himself to his wife, but apparently he's doing this now. Okay, so that's going on with that. Meanwhile, Samantha has decided that she's perfect in every way, like Mary Poppins. Perfect ass, perfect legs. She said her ass is perfection. Her legs are to die for her. Okay, her abs are awesome. Okay, and because she's so fucking perfect, she needs to get a boob job. All right, so she's looking at titties right now, and she saw this black woman, this beautiful black woman who's bartending at this posh bar that she went to with these huge ass knockers, and so she's like, "Who's your doctor?" She told her, so now she's gonna go see this doctor and get her tits augmented, okay, because she's perfect. Okay, and then what else? Okay, oh yes, and then Miranda's getting married. She proposed to her boyfriend Steve. the father of her child, yeah. She proposed to him over some $3 beers. So they're gonna get married, nothing fancy. They're gonna get married at a fucking public garden. Okay, this wedding's gonna set them back like $25. Okay, they're getting married at a public garden. It's not formal. They're basically just gonna be a few people there, and that's it. Okay, no big deal. No bachelorette party. No bridesmaids. Okay, no venue. No nothing. Okay. That's what Miranda wants, okay? Because it's not about what Steve wants, it's about what Miranda wants. That's what she wanted. Steve had nothing to do with it. He's just got to show up, okay? It's all about what Miranda wants. Miranda just wants a low-key, very blue-collar fucking wedding. She hates romance herself. She thinks it's fucking stupid, okay? She would tell you how stupid it is, but she can't get the fucking food out of her mouth because she's always fucking talking with food in her mouth, okay? And yes, that's what's going on with that. And meanwhile, like I said, with Carrie, her overly romantic boyfriend is kind of turning her off. He's writing songs for her. He's reading her poetry. She doesn't give a shit about. So yeah, she's just like it's not doing it for her. Okay. So anyway, so she ends up going there. I guess they got plans or something. They were gonna hang out together. She gets to his place. He's already dressed in a full blown fucking tuxedo, very formal. And she's like, what are you doing? Are we supposed to go somewhere fancy? He's like, yes, we're going to the Met. There's going to be La Travatia's playing over there. I got those 2 tickets. You're coming with me right now. She's like, okay, well, I got to go home and change my clothes. He's like, no. This will be quicker. And he gives her this big fucking box with a bow on it. Yeah. So she opens it. It's an Oscar de la Renta dress. It's the one that she mentioned earlier in the episode. Okay? It's this pink fucking fluffy dress. Oscar de la Renta. Whoever the fuck that is. Okay? I know you women know I know who he is too. I was just joking. Okay, the point is, who gives a fuck? I don't give a fuck who he is. I don't care. Okay, Christ, I thought he was a fucking boxer. All right, until I looked at that name again. All right. So anyway, yeah. So he's already got the dress for her. I'm sure that dress probably cost maybe 15 grand or 5 grand. I don't know how much that shit like that costs because I'm not gay. But I'm sure. But it looked expensive. Okay, it was featured in a fucking issue of Vogue magazine. Okay, so it must be expensive. All right. So anyways, he just got it for her. Why? Because she's there, I guess. That's a good enough reason. I don't know why. I mean, did she give him a blowjob? I mean, what the fuck did he do this for? You know, why does he feel he needs to do this? Is he afraid she's going to leave him if he doesn't do this? And if so, isn't this a sign of insecurity? Okay, you have to buy her a fucking dress for her to stay with you, or else she'll leave you. I mean, that's what I'm getting out of this, and I don't understand why he would do that. You know, why is this so special to him? That she wear that dress, that he buy her that dress. If he keeps spoiling her like this, she's just going to expect more and more. And she's not going to respect him because she realizes that she didn't have to respect him in order for him to buy her shit. She's doing nothing different than what fucking Smith Jarrett is doing. No difference at all. Okay? Only she's a woman and he's a man. It's okay when women do it. It's not okay when men do it. You know? It's bullshit. Like, I raised the bullshit flag here. It's bullshit. But anyway, is your pussy really that great? Can you really not get anyone better than Carrie? I don't understand why he's dating her anyway. Okay, they have nothing in common. Like I said, nothing he does outside of the fucking, it turns her on. Nothing. Carrie's a one-night stand at best. At best, she's a one-night stand. With this guy. Okay, they have nothing in common. Nothing at all. He's more European. Even though he's Russian, he acts European. He dresses European. He lives European hours, for Christ's sake. Carrie's not. No, Carrie wants all the attention on her. She wants everyone's focus to be on her every single episode, all the time, from her friends and from her lovers. It's always got to be about her, you know? Anyway. All right, so that happened here. But she's excited, of course. She comes like a fucking Niagara Falls when she sees that dress. So you know he's getting laid tonight. All right. I guess that's what she got to do to get laid, right? Is to buy her a fucking Oscar de la Renta dress that she saw in a magazine. Because you're friends with Oscar de la Renta. Okay. So yeah. So what the fuck did Carrie do to deserve this? Nothing. All right. Moving right along. Harry and Charlotte, they cuddle in bed. They came back from the restaurant. They're in their pajamas. They're cuddling in bed. And of course, they start coming down with fucking diarrhea. Yeah, Harry first, his stomach is making noises. And all of a sudden he starts feeling queasy and he fucking runs to the bathroom and he starts fucking pissing out of his ass, okay? And then Charlotte is like, oh, she's coming down with it too. I guess they had the fromage. Yeah, it didn't agree with them, so she's got food poisoning too. So she runs to the other fucking shitter and starts fucking and starts going through the Hershey Highway herself. Okay, I'm talking, yeah, everywhere, disgusting. Yeah, so that's what's going on. They're very romantic though, isn't it? I thought it was because originally in this episode they went to a fucking they went to a fake ice cream place. What the fuck was the name of it? It was big back in the day. Tasty Delight. Y'all remember that place? Because I fucking remembered it for a minute and then I forgot about it. That was like 20 years ago. Okay, yeah, Tasty Delight with the fake ice cream. Remember that place? Okay. Yeah, she was eating like it looked like shit. It looked like the shit emoji that she was eating out of the cup. That's what it looked like, and now this is a callback to that. Okay, now they got the real shit emoji in the toilet. All right, so that's going on here. So they're basically shitting out of their ass like big time, like squirts, Hershey squirts all the way. Yes, that's happening in this episode, and it's not even in just like that. It's not even that episode. This is like a normal episode now. Okay, more of what's to come. Double entendre there. Okay, anyway, yes, predicting the future, right there. Okay, so that's going on all night long. They take turns running to the bathroom and shitting. When one's done, the other one's got to go. Okay, and then they eventually both collapse in the shitter, in the bathroom, on the floor, holding hands. That's their romantic evening with the fucking the shits. Okay, the runs. Yes. Okay. Meanwhile, Alex and Carrie they go to the opera. They're all like she's wearing the Oscar de la Renta dress. He's wearing the tuxedo. And they're walking down towards the opera house. Okay, and he stops. There's a musician out there. We don't see him really, but we hear him playing a violin. He's playing some music, and he's like, "Oh, wait, Carrie, listen, look around you. This music, this place, you, here, dance with me." I got two things I can say about this, all right? What Carrie does is Carrie goes up there and she realizes this is the most romantic fucking shit she's ever experienced in her life. So she immediately collapses in front of him. She faints in front of him. Okay, now the reason I said two things is because I have been known to do things very similar. It's all how you plan it out, though, okay? This is very spontaneous, which is the way you do it, okay? But you got to have a plan in mind for situations just like this, okay? Now, this guy's fucking old school. I mean old. He's 53 years old. He's fucking old school, okay? He's too old to be doing the flips and the turns, the ballet turns that he fucking did in his youth. Yes, I saw White Nights, okay? But it's like he saw the situation. He decided, the violin music, and you don't do that shit. This is what you do, okay? You bring your cell phone with you and you have a song, an oldie song, whatever you want. Okay, one of my favorites is Shaboom Shaboom. Yada da 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 shaboom shaboom. Yeah, that song from the 50s? Yeah, just have that one ready. In case you happen to be walking and it's quiet and it's dark and you feel that vibe with your partner, your date or whatever, and things are going kind of cool. Maybe you're on the waterfront, fireworks are going off or some shit. You've got a little bit of privacy. You're at the drive-in, you're walking behind the titty bar. Or you know what I'm talking about, something romantic, okay? You play that and boom. It's like Spanish Fly. Shaboom, shaboom. Yada-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, I can't sing, all right? But you know the song. All right, that's a tip from me to you guys. Hey, it works. I know it works. Okay, but yeah, he's doing old school. Like I'm talking real, like medieval old. He's like violin playing and shit. And they're wearing tuxedos and dresses. Like, get the fuck out of here with that noise. That shit ain't gonna work. So Carrie collapses. Carrie, are you okay? Are you okay? And she's like, no, Alexander, I'm an American. You got to take it down a notch. So they have their real McDonald's. Sorry, I ruined it there. Okay, they have their real romantic evening at McDonald's. They don't go to the opera. They go to McDonald's, the Mickey D's. Yeah, they order the extra value meal. Yeah, the number 3 and I don't think they supersized it. No, they didn't. But I would have. Nothing better than a Big Mac with some. She holds up the French fries. She's like, hey, would you like a fry? He's like, they're French. Well, in that case, So they're fucking at McDonald's, okay? They're at McDonald's. Yes, McDonald's. Okay? They're at McDonald's, and Carrie loves to go to McDonald's. Remember that time that when she was dating Big, right before they broke up, she brought him all that McDonald's food. Remember that? She got tired of being the bitch. Yeah, remember that? Yeah. So you know there's some product placement going on in this motherfucker. So they're at McDonald's, okay? And you've got fucking Mikhail Baryshnikov in a fucking tuxedo, and you got fucking Sarah Jessica Parker in a fucking Oscar de la Renta dress, and they're at fucking McDonald's ordering a fucking number 3 extra value meal. It's unfucking believable. I'd forgotten this episode, but yeah, it happened. And then it gets better though. It gets better. They decide that they're going to after they spent a good fucking $9.54 on their meals combined. They decide to start dancing in McDonald's. Of course, you got homeless guys in the shitter and stuff, You got bag ladies walking up to the tables asking for change, It's just the golden arches at McDonald's. Yeah, okay, McDonald's, Mickey D's. Yeah, absolutely. That's good. It's a good one. I always take my dates to Burger King. Okay. Long John Silver, remember that place? That's where they should have gone. Okay, never mind. All right, yeah, they went to fucking McDonald's on a fucking date in tuxedos and Oscar de la Renta dresses. They went to fucking McDonald's. They went to McDonald's. All right, so that happens here, okay, and he tells her basically, what the fuck are we doing at McDonald's? He tells her that, she tells him first, I'm sorry about the opera. I guess they didn't go to the opera. He's like, it's okay, another time, another dress, and like I said before, what does he see in her? I don't understand what he sees in her. I don't understand why he's attracted to her. Okay, and the only attraction I can see would be superficial. She's cute, she's funny to talk to. I don't see why he's putting so much effort into her. I don't get it. Why is he not dating anybody else? Why is she the only one? Okay, is this realistic for a guy like him? No, I don't think so. I really don't think it is. Okay, I think this is a guy who would be dating several women. And then he would decide, if he wanted to settle down, which I don't think he does, but let's just say for shits and giggles, he does want to settle down, he would pick one out of the many that he's dating. He would pick one. Okay? He wouldn't just date one and immediately fall in love with her. You see what I mean? And only date her. I don't get that at all. I don't. I mean, this guy's got a reputation for banging all these supermodels. A guy like that is not going to fall for Carrie. At least not right away. It makes no sense to me why he would invest so much energy into Carrie. Like he's way above her on the sexual market value. Okay, that's what this show gives you. It gives you guys that are way above them. Guys that can get better looking girls than them. These are the only guys that date these girls on the show. Okay, nobody normal ever dates them. This is some bullshit. Bullshit flag. This whole show's a bullshit flag. It's funny, but I got to call out the bullshit. That's what I do here. I call out the bullshit, all right? And this is bullshit, all right? Eating at McDonald's, come on. That's funny, but come on. A guy like that, would he really go to McDonald's? I don't give a fuck what she looked like. Would he really take her to McDonald's, even if she begged him? Okay, would he really take her to McDonald's? No, probably not, okay? He'd be offended that she even mentioned that, honestly, I would think. A guy like him, yeah, I would think so. All right. Meanwhile, Samantha goes to see Dr. Bevel, that's the plastic surgeon, the boob plastic surgeon. Okay, she's telling him what kind of boobs that she wants. He's like, oh yeah, well, I did her boobs, and I did her boobs, and I did her boobs, that kind of thing, And then he notices she's got a lump on her left titty, on her left breast, and he tells her, hey, listen, I can't do anything until you get that looked at by a specialist, okay? You've got a lump right over here. And she's like, well, what do you think it might be? He's like, oh, it could just be a cyst or something, but you need to get it checked out first before I can do any sort of cosmetic surgery. Okay, so now she's kind of freaking out. Now I would be too. If a doctor told me something like that, yeah, I would be freaking out a little bit too. Like, oh my God, like what's going on here? So now she's worried about that, and rightfully so. Okay, but he can't give her the boob job. Okay, so meanwhile, now it's the wedding day. Okay, so now Miranda and Steve are getting married. So Samantha shows up at Carrie's place to pick her up in a cab. Okay, and they go. They're dressed. They're dressed nice, but not formal. Okay, because like I said, Miranda does not want a formal wedding. Okay, she's not wearing a fucking white dress or nothing like that. So these women aren't either. Okay, so they're dressed like casual, but above, a little bit above casual. All right, and fucking Samantha's got. And I'm not trying to make fun of her. She's got a fucking skunk around her fucking shoulders. I couldn't help it. She points it out herself. Do you like my skunk? It was just like, come on, come on. But anyway, that takes the back seat. Literally, they're sitting in the back seat to what she really has to say. The first thing she tells Carrie when Carrie gets in the car in the taxi is, "I've got cancer. I have breast cancer." You know, why would she do that? I understand that she's very emotional about it, but she's known about it. We find out that she's known about it for a week now since the doctor told her to get it checked out. Okay, so she's had plenty of time to tell her friends what's going on. Okay, but she decides to spill the beans on the day of her friend's wedding. Okay, like that day is supposed to be her friend's day, not Samantha's day. It's a day to celebrate Miranda's wedding, not to feel sorry for Samantha. Okay, now I understand that she needs to tell somebody, but she should have done it before. Okay, and not on the day of the wedding. She should have told Carrie about it before. And if she really felt that bad about it, she could have pulled a, "Hey, listen, I can't make it to your wedding. There's something happened, you know." But to give her a heads up. Okay, tell her, "Hey, listen, I got diagnosed with something, and I don't feel good. I don't feel good about going to your wedding. Okay, because I'm afraid of what's going on." They could have moved the wedding, like I said. There was no money spent on this fucking wedding. This wedding probably cost them $25. Okay, they could have easily moved it. Okay, they could have found a fucking a dog park to have this fucking a wedding at like a week later. Okay, if Samantha was that upset about it. But she decides to pick this wedding day to tell Carrie about it. Now all Carrie's gonna think about is fucking Samantha and her breast cancer. She's not gonna be thinking about Miranda and her wedding. Okay, and of course nobody's gonna be thinking about Steve. All right, so she tells her in there, you know, don't tell the other girls. You know, she has to that she's gonna have to have surgery in a week. You know, and Samantha's like, "Now you know everything, so we don't need to talk about it anymore." Okay, and don't worry, I'm gonna be fine. I know it. I just don't want to lose my fabulous breasts. Okay, so now Carrie can't stop thinking about this. Okay, she can't really be happy for Miranda because she's so worried about Samantha right now. Okay, so Steve and Miranda, they're there at the public garden. There's a minister there reading the, you know, telling them, you know, performing the ceremony. They say their vows to each other, you know, in the garden. Okay, Carrie holds Samantha's hand while Steve and Miranda are saying their vows to each other. Okay, you know, the typical, you know, usual fucking, "Do you promise to uphold these vows that you've made today?" You know, and they're both like, "Yes, I do," which is bullshit. We all know how this marriage is going to end. Okay, no, they do not promise forever to love each other, not at all. At least not Miranda does. Okay, maybe she felt it at the time, but it doesn't fucking matter because she could change her mind the next day, and so everything she did the day before is null and void. Okay, no, and that's what bothers me most about this scene because I know where this marriage is going. Okay, I know how it's going to end up. Okay, it's going to end up bad. Okay, not for Miranda. She's gonna be in a fucking rom-com. But Steve is gonna fucking be fucking a broken man, and we're not gonna see him try to fix himself. We're not gonna see him try to overcome this. Okay, because the show doesn't give a shit about the men. It's only about the women. It's always been about the women. Okay, the men come and go. The women always stay together. Okay, because that's what happens in real life, right? Okay. So anyway, yes, that's what happens here too. Okay, so so that's happening here. They say their vows. Like Magda's there. That's Miranda's housekeeper / babysitter. Okay, and of course Steve's mom. I forgot her name, but Steve's mom is there too. Okay, and I know that Miranda has some brothers and a sister because we met her sister when her mom died, and we saw her brothers, but they didn't speak at all in that episode. But they didn't show up. Okay, Steve's got an older brother. But he's mentioned in this episode, but he didn't show up either. So, of course, Aiden didn't show up, and I guess that's Steve's best friend. So once again, another important event where none of the friends or family members from other episodes show up. I keep thinking about Charlotte's 2 weddings, and her brother didn't show up for either one of them. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So that happens here. Then they go to so then they go to the reception, which is at some restaurant. It's like no big deal. Okay, and Charlotte's there, and she tells Samantha, "Oh, you look pretty, Samantha." And Samantha's like, "Oh, thank you very much, Charlotte. I have cancer." And Charlotte's like, yeah, just like that. Okay, yeah. I mean, come on. I mean, can't you wait till tomorrow, Samantha? Today should be about Miranda. It should be about Miranda. It's Miranda's day. Okay, I know every day is Miranda's day, but this is like her real day. Okay, and you don't. I mean, I know you need to tell somebody. You already told Carrie. Can you wait fucking 23 hours and then tell them? Okay, it's not like they're gonna go on a honeymoon or anything. Just tell them afterwards. Okay, let them enjoy today. It's just being selfish. It's just these women are all about themselves. Now I feel bad for what's going on with Samantha. I do. Okay, but there's a time and a place for this shit. Okay, like I said, this wedding's not cost them any money. If it was that big of a deal, they could have moved the wedding to a different day, till after she had her surgery. Okay, or when she was up for it. Okay, but instead she decided to go to the wedding and then tell everyone she's got cancer. That's not the time you do it. Do it before or do it after. Don't do it on the actual wedding day. This is their fucking day, and it's not anymore. Now it's your day, Samantha. This was supposed to be Miranda and Steve getting married. That was their day. Instead, it turned into your cancer coming out party. Okay, it's just like no, come on, have some tact. There's a time and a place. Okay, so that's happening here. Okay, meanwhile, Miranda's talking to Steve's mom, and she's drunk like always. And she tells her that, hey, listen, I appreciate that you didn't wear white. I wore white on my wedding when I married Steve's dad and his father. I wore white, but I shouldn't have because I'd slipped up earlier, And even though I had a white on the outside, I had Steve's older brother Jackie on the inside. and Miranda's just like, Steve. And she just like walks away like that. It's so patronizing. I know she doesn't like Steve's mom, her mother-in-law now. She doesn't like her. Okay, I feel sorry for her. I know it's played by Mira Stiller, Ben Stiller's mom. Plays Steve's mom in this show, and I've always loved her since I was a little kid. I remember her and her husband, Ben Stiller's dad. I remember him, George Stiller. They were funny when I was a little kid. They had a show on HBO when I was a little boy. So I always remembered them. And to see Miranda disrespect her like that, it's like, oh, come on, this is just a sad old lady who's a drunk. Just leave her alone. Don't make fun of her. That bothers me that she would do that. Patronize her like that. Very condescending. So she walks away from that. She goes up to the table where her girlfriends are all sitting, and of course, she's like, oh my God, I cannot believe I'm legally bound to Steve's mother now. She got a complaint on her wedding day. Okay. So then she's looking at them, and obviously they were talking about Samantha, so now they shut up. When Miranda arrives, she's like, what? What's all this? Oh, I know what it is. You think I'm just an asshole now? Like I'm some fucking Stepford wife. Because I got married. Well, no. Well, fuck my special day. Treat me normal. So Samantha's like, I have breast cancer. She's like, and she said, hey, Miranda, no tears. Miranda, I expected more from you, which is a callback to what Miranda told her earlier in this episode. When Miranda mentioned that she proposed to Steve and she's getting married, all the girls started tearing up, including Samantha, who's anti-marriage, and Miranda's like Miranda told her, I expected more from you, Samantha, and now it's the other way around. Now Samantha's telling Miranda, Samantha's telling Miranda, I expected more from you, Miranda. You're supposed to be the cold-hearted bitch, and now you're crying over my cancer, And like I said, bad timing. She should not have revealed it at this day. I know she should have waited till the next day and then told Carrie, okay, and then told her girlfriends. She should not have done it on the day of Miranda's wedding, okay. Like I said, this wedding cost them $25. All right, they could have moved it to another day. She knew about this for a week that she had cancer or that she might have cancer. Okay, she didn't have to pick this specific day to spill the beans on everything. All right. So that's just more selfish narcissism. Everyone wants them to be the center of attention. I guarantee you, even though Carrie says nothing while she's at the table, I guarantee you Carrie wishes everyone was talking about her instead of Samantha and Miranda. Okay. Same thing with Charlotte. Although I don't think Charlotte's as bad as the other three. Okay. So yeah, so for Miranda, this wedding thing, marrying Steve, that's just a bullshit Tuesday for her. Okay. But Samantha's illness, now that's a real problem. That's some real drama. Okay, you see what I mean? The show's always been about the girls, the girlfriends. That's the strong bond. The unbreakable bond is the four women, not their partners, not their children, not their in-laws or their parents. What parents? None of them have parents. Or the fucking none of the girls have parents. Or the or their husbands at all, or boyfriends. Okay, they have never been the focus. It's always been about the women. Okay, this show's got a message for you. That's it. That your girlfriends are more important than your spouses, your boyfriends, your children, your in-laws, your parents, your brothers and sisters. Okay. Exactly. Okay. The only thing that's important, okay, the only thing that you can count on all the time are your friends, because they will never let you down. Other people will, and they're all easily disposed of. or not so easily, but they're all disposable. But your friends are not disposable. They'll be with you through thick and thin no matter what. Bull fucking shit. Okay, but that's what the show gives you. Okay, that's the real love story behind this show, behind every episode. The friends are more important than your fucking husband. Okay, Miranda is like, you are my people. Okay, and we'll talk about it now. Okay, and like I said, everyone's drama is more important than everyone else's. Okay, she's like, I know, I'm bossy, and I have to do everything. You have to do everything I say. Now start talking. And so they start talking. So Samantha starts telling them all about the diagnosis, everything that happened, what she's going through. So like I said, it was supposed to be Miranda and Steve's wedding, and it turned into fucking Samantha's cancer coming out party. Okay, so that's what this episode is about. All right, so that concludes this episode of episode 14, season 6. Damn, these reviews are getting long. There's just so much going on here. I'm kind of hoping they slow down. It's gonna be an easy episode where I can just review it in one take. Okay, all right. But anyway, thank you for watching these episodes as long as you have. I appreciate it very much. I have fun doing these episodes, but they are a lot of hard work. Okay, but I promise you, I'm gonna do all 94 episodes, and I am. And then I'm gonna do the movies, and then I'm going after your chick flicks after that. All right. All right. So thank you for watching this long, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.